Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining our very first TDM community webcast, held in just the TDM community, separated on its own from the dev test space. Today, what we're going to be covering is how and why to upgrade to CA Test Data Manager 4.3. On the phone today, we have Manjunath Narayan. He is the Engineering Services Architect for the TDM product. We also have a few other members of the team on as well who are going to be helping with answering questions. If you do have any questions as we go through the call today, you can feel free to put them into that Q&A box, and that is at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. If you don't see it there is a box with a question mark up at the top right-hand corner that says Q&A. Just click on that, and that'll expand the Q&A box. You can type any of your questions you have into there, and a member of the team will go ahead and answer that for you. We will also be opening the line up for verbal questions at the end of today's session. So if you have any questions that you'd rather ask over the phone, you can hold those until the end, and we'll open the lines up at that time. Okay, so I'm now going to turn the call over to Manju. Take it away.
Thanks, Melanie. Good morning, all. My name is Manjunath Narayan, and I'm from SWAT Advocate team. Today, I will walk you through a small presentation about TDM upgrade, and I will not be doing a live upgrade, but walk you through the process and give some important tips and share my experience so that it will help you when you do the upgrade yourself. And if possible, I will show a video recording of upgrade of 4.2 to 4.3, which I did it on my sample environment. I have not done this before. I have not shared the video on the WebEx, but let us see. I will try to share, and if it is clear, it's a short video, one for Data Maker and one for Portal. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, and also, I just want to tell you, feel free to contact me for any questions or any issues on upgrade, and I will be glad to help you out. So agenda, first we will look some important features in 4.3, and then benefits of upgrade, why we should do the upgrade, why we should be on the latest version, and upgrade reference, where you have to go to the upgrade documents, and also upgrade procedure and tips, and finally, we'll go to the questions if you have any. So the features of TDM 4.3, I'm not giving the entire list. You can find the entire list on the release note, but I have selected very few features which has been added in 4.3. Virtual Test Data Manager was introduced in 4.2, and with 4.2, it was supported for Microsoft SQL database. With 4.3, we have introduced for Oracle database also, and File and Reserve. In fact, this was also introduced in 4.2. With 4.2, testers could make only one reserve with each request, but with 4.3, it has been expanded, and testers can provide multiple reservation criteria as part of single request, single reservation request. Instead of sending separate requests for different search criteria, testers can now send or keep adding records to the card by just changing their filter criteria, and then they can finally review the card, which includes the consolidated list from the different search criteria, and proceed with the reservation. And Javelin also is upgraded with TDM 4.3. Javelin 1.5 or older versions will be upgraded to 2.0. A few changes with Javelin 2.0 is it doesn't need a license anymore, but if you're using any other tools like Subset, if you're calling Data Maker or Subset, you would need those licenses. And one more feature is like welcome screen shows list of recently used workflows, and there's added support for HPALM as well. TDM portal, you all know, like lot of features have been added to the TDM portal. I mean, it's like becoming strong day by day. One new feature with 4.3 is MariaDB is supported and published through TDM portal, even though MariaDB is not supported in find and reserve for now, but for publish it can be used. And one more major feature is LDAP integration in portal. We have seen so many customers struggling with LDAP integration. They had to make changes to the application properties, and we have seen a lot of issues with that. So TDM portal 4.3 has a UI screen where you can configure the LDAP, and also you don't have to restart the portal service. And one more is last but not the least, FDM, Fast Data Masker. You know, we have a lot of inbuilt features for masking, inbuilt functions for masking, but if out-of-box masking function doesn't meet your needs, you can write custom masking function as a Java plugin. So these are the few new features, like what I felt was important, which is in 4.3, but you can go to the release note and you will see like a lot of many other features as well. So benefits of upgrade, like why we need to upgrade. If you see the below table, version 3.5 and below are already not supported, and 3.6 will not be supported from next month. So if you are using these features, if you are using these versions and log a ticket to the support, the first thing support would be saying is upgrade to the latest version, and then they will be supporting. So the first one would be like, if you want to use the latest, if you want to get the support, you should be using at least the supported version from 3.8 to any of the versions. So if you want to make use of the tool completely, or to get the complete benefit of the tool, you should use like the latest version, so that it has like a lot of new features, and the old defects or old issues will be resolved with the latest one. So that is why I would say, like, go use the latest one and make use of the tool completely. For the reference, we have a upgrade center where we publish all the documents. This is the upgrade center, and this is changing, but at this point of time, this is live. You can go to this place. You get a lot of information about the 4.3, about the release notes. You have like tutorial videos, everything about 4.3, and you can download the upgrade documents here. So if you download this one, I've downloaded it already. So it has a clear explanation from step to step with the screenshot. It will walk you through, like, from downloading the installation media to entire process. We have explained it. So this is for the portal, and for Data Maker as well. We have documented it completely. So this I would say is a golden resource for upgrade. So and also there's like a DocOps site, which is like master of all the documents. So you just go, first step, what I would say is review this link, where if you open under the installation upgrade, so you have all the information here. Even though screenshots are not there, but it explains the complete procedure. And the second step would be go to the upgrade center, download these documents if you're upgrading to the latest one, which is 4.3 now, and go through this document. And this should be more than enough to do the upgrade by yourself. So upgrade path, I've put a sample upgrade path. Say suppose, for example, if you're using 3.2 data maker, and if you want to upgrade it to the latest one, this would be a sample path. First, you have to upgrade to 3.5, and it's a multi-hop process. You cannot directly upgrade from 3.2 to 4.3. It would be like you will have to go like 3.5 and then to 3.8, and then we have upgraded from 3.8 to 4.2 directly, and from 4.2 to 4.3 upgrade is very simple. It's one step. But the recommended path would be like 3.8 and then go to 4.1, and then you can upgrade to 4.3. So this is a sample path. Say, suppose, for example, if you are using 3.6 and you don't see your version in this upgrade path, for example, let us take like you are using 3.6, so you upgrade to the next version, say like 3.8, and then follow this process. Okay. So upgrade procedure is like very simple. If you follow the document, we have like documented each and everything. I've just put it in 6 steps, but just follow the document very carefully. Make sure you back up the TDM repository, which is an Oracle or SQL database, and back up all the configuration or add in plugins, or if you have any configuration files, make sure you back up those files. And optionally, normally when I sit for the upgrade and help the customers to upgrade, I ask them to back up the entire program files and program files x86, so that we have all the copy of the application.property or any configuration files is backed up. And also this will help you to the rollback if suppose the upgrade is not going good. If you want to roll back, this will help you. Also make sure that if you have a rep.xml, rename or delete that. Then run the GT server.exe. That would be the kind of like first step in the upgrade, and it will open up a installation wizard. From here, it's very simple. It's the wizard will walk you through step by step, but make sure you run the GT server.exe. Make sure that you run as an administrator. Right click and run as an administrator. Then just follow the installation wizard. First, it will open the prerequisites, check all the prerequisites, and then choose what all components you have to install or the upgrade, and then install it one by one. So once the GT server installation or upgrade is completed, the first step you will have to do is open the data maker. Again, right click and run as administrator. When you do that, it will prompt you for upgrade the TDM repository. So make sure that you accept. You have to say yes to that, so that it will upgrade the repository on your database, which is the GT rep repository, which is on your database. That will be upgraded. So one more tip, what I would say is make sure you go to the maintenance screen, doing Control-Alt-M, go to the maintenance screen and run a check on the repository, so that if there's any inconsistency, it will show you. So once that is fine, when there is no inconsistency, then you can validate your data maker upgrade. Just maybe like run a sample publish or you can do any activity or even check whether all the variables are available, something like that. And when this is successful, the final step would be like upgrade your TDM portal. So make sure again, whenever you run the portal installation media, the .exe, make sure you run as an administrator. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you, and let me show you a video recording. I don't know how it will come, but let us try. So this is the folder like I have downloaded. This was a preview version of GT Data Maker. I have extracted it. So now let me start the video, and just let me know if the video is not clear or you are not able to make. I will try to give a voiceover saying what I am doing, and if it is not clear, let me know, please. So I'm playing this. So I am running it as an administrator. So it is opening up the wizard, and it is checking the prerequisite. I accept the license. Just to check with the audience, is the video clear, Melanie?
I don't see. Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Okay. So let me continue then. Thank you.
I think.
Yeah. So it will start the prerequisites and check what all prerequisites are required. And if all the prerequisites are fine, it will start going through the components, installation of the components one by one. And now we are doing the data maker setup. I've not done all the components, just upgraded the GT data maker in this video. So make sure you check the installation part. And if it is upgrade, normally it accepts the default installation path and goes through the installation. So now we are installing the data maker, and once it is done, we'll finish. And the next it would be like if there's any other component getting installed, or the final step would be the GT server installation. Okay, so this is the T-Dot setup. Actually, T-Dot has been deprecated service in 4.3, but we have seen a lot of customers using for ARD. So that's why it's part of the installation kit as well. So again, it follows the same installation wizard, choose the next step and install it. And once it is done, click on for finish. And yeah, we have to do this for each and every component which we have chosen. And it will choose the default installation folder when doing the upgrade. So I think there are like some 12 components which gets installed with GT server. Yeah, this is the Javelin upgrade from 1.5 to we are installing 2.0 now. It's pretty upgrade or installation also is like pretty straightforward. You just follow the installation wizard. Only thing what I see is like make sure that you right click and run it as administrator, and make sure that you don't click the finish button in the beginning. You just have to click next, and go with each component. So that's pretty important. And this is the final installation in Data Maker GT server, which will check all the installation and validate the installation and finishes it. So now the installation is installation or upgrade is complete. So now we will run the GT Data Maker as administrator, And yeah, we are showing that. We are running it as administrator, and it will prompt you for the database upgrade now. We are connecting. See this? So make sure that you say yes to upgrade the GT repository which is on the database and log in as administrator. And say yes for that so that it will run that script on your database. And if you don't have the database access or you don't have the right access to the GT rep, you just copy that script and send it to the database administrator so that they can run that script, and then the installation would be complete. So now the database, data maker upgrade is complete. So we'll go to the maintenance. I'll just pause it. I did a Control-Alt-M there to open the screen. So maintain connection as open. So now I'm checking the repository tables, and it should give whether any inconsistency. If there were any inconsistency, it would have given inconsistency found. But you should expect that there's no inconsistency. And I've done the update repository as well, and everything seems fine. So this is the data maker upgrade. Let me open TDM portal upgrade now. So I'm going to the server, same. Make sure the first step here in the portal upgrade is stop the TDM portal service and Orient DB as well. And optionally, you can delete all the logs so that you get a clear logs when you restart the portal, when you start the portal service. I think I've not captured that, but that's a good practice in fact. Now we are starting the upgrade. We are going to, this is a preview version, so that's why portal upgrade is in different folder. But otherwise, it's like one package. You have GT server and the portal in the same zip. So now I've right-clicked and run as administrator. So just follow the installation wizard. I accept the license, say next, and it will ask for the upgrade. I say yes, and upgrade will start. What I've seen is when you install the TDM portal, it's a bit faster than the upgrade process because it has to contact the database GT rep and the repository, TDM repository, and updates that as well. So it takes little more time than the installation. So the next step would be like you just wait for the upgrade process to complete, and once that is complete, if everything goes good, you just do a finish, and TDM portal service will be started automatically. Definitely, this is a happy part. We have not seen any error in this, but if you get an error, maybe you'll have to go and check the documentation for what is the best step to do. So either like uninstall, delete all the installation folder, and maybe you can do a fresh install. That would be one part part of troubleshooting. Yeah, upgrade process is still going on. Yeah, I didn't want to do the live demo because it would take a really long time and you people had to just sit and watch each and every screen. So that's why I thought recording this and showing would be better. Yeah, the upgrade is complete now. So I just hit finish and we just wait for the portal to start. So that depends on the server configuration or RAM and CPU. I'm going to the I think logs folder to see the logs, but it depends the portal service depends how long it will take to start. It depends on the on your server configuration. If you have good RAM and good speed, the speed of the RAM, this computer is good. It would be fast enough. We have seen it takes normally 1 to 2 minutes for the startup, and I had not cleaned the logs folder, so that's why I see a lot of old logs. But the best practice is to clear off the logs and then start the upgrade process so that you have a clean logs folder. So here we see that portal is up, and I'm just logging in as administrator. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you today, and maybe we can open up for questions now.
Okay. Just a reminder, if you have any questions, you can do that by typing them into the Q&A box in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Or if you'd like to ask a verbal question, you can also do that at this time. You can click #6 on your telephone keypad. That will unmute your line, and then you can just go ahead and ask your question. Let's just give it a minute or two to let any questions come in.
Sure. I'm waiting. I think are the audience shy?
No questions, guys? Again, that's
also,
the Q&A box.
You can reach me out on this email address, so that if you have any questions or any queries or upgrade support you need, you can just email this ID so that I can respond to you. Mel, I'm sorry I blocked you.
That's okay. Yes, so as Manju just said, you can send him an email at his CA email address that's up right now. You can feel free to post in the community if you do think of a question later on. I'm now launching a poll. Just let us know what you thought of today's session about the topic and the content that was presented today. We like to take your feedback when planning out future sessions. And if you haven't already, please go out and follow the new TDM community. It's just called CA Test Data Manager, and it's a community all for CA TDM. So it's not going to be lumped in with the dev test products anymore. It's going to stand all off on its own. So go and follow that and make sure you're getting updates on all things TDM. It's important that you're able to get those updates. Other than that, thank you everyone so much for joining. Thank you, Manju, for a great presentation today, and I hope everyone has a great day.
Thank you all. Thank you, Matt. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.